Me and Wilds both just
you guys on the same page.
Just total wimps
Same
today.
page. Old men.
We don't want fighting.
Me and Greg out here just flexing and facing anyone, right, Greg? Time for Drawing a Blank.
Absolutely.
Aaron Rodgers made his weekly appearance yesterday on the Pat McAfee Show, talked about all the drama surrounding his vaccination status and how that played out last week after testing positive. Rodgers, with a little dose of self-awareness, said it's a, quote, legitimate statement that he won't win another MVP because of the backlash he's received over all of this. So, Greg, Aaron Rodgers' MVP chances this year are blank.
They're doubtful. I'm with Aaron. I think the backlash of all of this plays a part. But more importantly, we look at his team and how they're structured. Aaron Rodgers, as valuable as he is, we know the Green Bay Packers are not a contender if he's not under center. But when you think about what this team has done very well, they play defense very, very well. So their defense is kind of starting to match up to their offense, saying, oh, wait, don't leave us behind. We're the reason why we're looking so good. Aaron Rodgers, when you look at him and compare him to the quarterbacks of this league in as far as numbers and stats, he's not up there. Obviously, he's going to always have the interceptions down and the touchdowns high. But as far as completion percentage, yards per game, and yards overall, there are quarterbacks that are, shoot, you look at the young quarterback, Kyler Murray, he's out there. Aaron Rodgers is right. And plus, when you tell yourself, I'm out, he's not going for that. He wants to win a championship and go off into the sunset somewhere else.
Here's the thing, though, about Kyler, that direct comparison. What I do think helps Aaron is Aaron missed a game, and his offense looked just dreadful. Kyler missed a game, and they scored 31 against San Francisco. So I do think that actually helps Aaron's case. I think the MVP this year, Wilds, all comes down to, does Tom Brady have a swoon or not? So I say it's Brady dependent. Vegas might not agree with me right now, but they will at the end of the season. And this is something Broussard, who'll be back at the beginning of next week. Broussard was on this early. We joked with him about Jameis, but Broussard's actual pick was Brady. This is Brady's award to lose. If Brady has, a month of bad football, then all of a sudden, Wilds, it's the most wide open MVP race in recent memory. But if Brady just stays steady, that team's going to go 14-3, 13-4 at worst. Brady's numbers are going to be excellent. And folks will do the old, shouldn't Brady have more than 3 MVPs thing? So I think everyone's MVP chances come down to, does Tom Brady either miss time, which he never does, or does Brady fall off temporarily? So I think if he does, Wilds, I think Rodgers has a good chance. I think all the COVID and vaccine nonsense notwithstanding, I think he has a good chance if Brady falls off.
See, that's the thing. My answer is sneaky good. And I felt like this was a very telling statement from Aaron Rodgers on how much heat he was feeling. He was saying, you know what? No one's going to vote for me now. No one likes me anymore. I think it's patently unfair. Like, look, you either believe in science or you believe in Joe Rogan, but put that aside. You have to judge a guy's performance by what he's doing on the field. And Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and the Packers fall apart without him. If anything, last week with Jordan Love proved how valuable he is. So I think they're actually sneaky good. And in a weird way, I think sort of like the roller coaster of this year, like, wow, Aaron was really down. He starts playing well and everyone gets happy again, and his sort of miniature apology tour starts to get a little shinier. I think all of a sudden he's got sneaky good chances for MVP, Jenna.
Well, Aaron Rodgers could put that on display. He might be back for Sunday's game against Seattle, so we'll see. Hey, still to come, Fox Bet Sportsbook has the Bills and Bucks as the current favorites to win the Super Bowl. Where will they land on Nick's?
Be great for Odell, but partially because I thought the Packers were wanting to repair the relationship with Aaron Rodgers. I do wonder if that relationship at this point is beyond repair, which makes it slightly less attractive for Odell. And here's why, Greg. I don't think where Odell goes next has to be where he plays next season. But I think ideally it would be that Odell is going to go somewhere, it's going to work, he's going to get on the same page with a quarterback, a coordinator, a coach, and then he can sign a longer-term contract this offseason. If you're Odell, there are massive questions about who is going to be the quarterback in Green Bay next year. And Green Bay is not attractive at all if Jordan Love's the quarterback and Aaron Rodgers isn't. There also is, and nobody has mentioned this, Greg, there is this factor that has to be acknowledged. Wherever Odell goes, that team technically would be able to franchise tag him after the season. And therefore, he wouldn't, like, if Aaron leaves, if Devontae leaves, if Odell plays great, maybe the Packers would be like, hey, we need Jordan Love to have best chance to succeed. And then Odell is in the same position he's found himself in previously, which is like, you got to be kidding me. I want to be with the top flight quarterback. So I think it's a little more risky than it would have otherwise been. But I think Green Bay makes a ton of sense. I think Seattle makes a lot of sense because of Russ. And I think the Chiefs, who are as pass-heavy as any team in the league and don't have a number 2 receiver, they're trying to make the McCole Hardman thing work. It simply has never worked. I think the Chiefs make a ton of sense as well. I've advocated for Kansas City. If Seattle was in a better playoff position, I would advocate for them secondarily. And third would be Rodgers and the Packers, with the caveat of I'd be concerned that it would be a 9-game plus the playoffs thing, or 8 games, and then he would be looking for a new home once again.
Yeah, all of what you said is very true. I think Odell, and I agree with him, he wants to go to the Packers. And the reason why it would be a great fit, in my opinion, regardless of Aaron Rodgers' status moving forward, is because I believe where Odell is right now, this is a one-stop shop. Wherever he ends up, it could potentially turn into more, as you alluded to very eloquently. But right now, this is a one-stop shop for him for the duration of this season to get back on track and then find himself into a potentially long-term deal based on how he plays. He understands that he needs a quarterback that can do it all. What do I mean by that? That can throw the ball on time within the pocket, but even more importantly, that can extend the play and can still be accurate with the eyes down the field that he's been so accustomed to, regardless of how we've all felt about Eli Manning. Eli Manning was a very good quarterback for Odell Beckham and what he does very well. He is the one of the few, and this is going to sound a little different because I don't know if people understand this, he's the one of the few off-script wide receivers in the league that's his game. That's how he thrives. Meaning, when the play breaks down, he's going to get open and he's going to burst on the scene with some crazy, spectacular play because he finds a way to separate and make that big play. On script, on timing, Odell has never really been heralded as one of the best route runners in the game. And that's what the struggle, I believe, was all along in Cleveland, and then the inaccuracy sometimes when Baker Mayfield got outside the pocket. That's why it didn't work with Baker. Correct.
Exactly right.
Now, the other two options that he mentioned, Wilds, the Chiefs would be a great option because of the same type of quarterback. The